Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to cut through the noise and bring you what really matters. Today, we're looking at a place maybe not top of mind for studying abroad, Belgium. Our mission really is to figure out why it's called a hidden gem for higher education. We've gone through the sources and we're ready to share what we found.
Exactly. And for you, thinking about international study, understanding Belgium's unique offer is, well, it's more than just finding a place. It's about making a smart choice. We're going to pull out the practical advantages, the key insights from the material that really make it stand out, give you the full picture.
Right, because it's not just where, but why Belgium might be the most impactful option for you. And our research keeps pointing to this idea of Belgium being the heart of Europe, not just on the map, but culturally, economically. It holds a lot of potential, often overlooked potential. So yeah, if you're curious about a quality education combined with, fantastic European access, stick around.
Okay, let's unpack this. Why Belgium? What's the big draw? The sources jump right out with this kind of trio: internationally recognized degrees, affordable tuition, and access to the wider EU job market. When you see those three together, what's the sort of strategic angle there for students?
Well, what's fascinating here is how they connect. It's not just separate points. Sure, lots of places have English programs, but the sources stress Belgium's role in the Bologna process.
Okay.
So your degree isn't just, a piece of paper. It's designed to be recognized easily across Europe. That's a huge plus.
Like a passport for your career, almost.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It gives you a real edge. And the affordability, that's interesting too. It seems to come down to government subsidies. A deliberate choice, it looks like, to keep tuition much lower than, say, the UK, the US, or even nearby countries in Western Europe. Makes quality education way more reachable.
That point about the Bologna process, that's really key, isn't it? It means the degree is built to be portable. It shifts it from just getting a good degree to launching a European career, potentially.
Exactly right. And then you add Belgium's location. I mean, it hosts the EU headquarters, NATO, tons of multinational companies, research centers. You're not just in Europe. You're studying right at the center of it all. Policy, industry. It's all there.
Creates opportunities, I imagine.
Huge opportunities for networking, for jobs, after graduation. And English is widely used in those circles, so international students tend to feel, quite welcome in that diverse environment.
So what this means for you listening is that Belgium isn't just another box to tick. It feels like a really strategic investment. You get quality education, it's affordable, and you've got this direct line to careers across the EU, plus the international experience. It's compelling. Now, let's get practical, because this is where it gets really interesting for a lot of people. The flexibility in entry requirements. Our sources highlighted this quite a bit. How flexible are we talking?
Yeah, this definitely stood out. The details show a very pragmatic approach. For bachelor's programs, a baseline is usually around 55% in your intermediate qualification.
Okay, so like high school or pre-university, depending on where you're from?
Exactly. Could be FSC, FA, ICS, I.com, those kinds of qualifications. And here's a key thing. They accept a study gap of up to 4 years.
4 years for a bachelor's. That is pretty generous.
It is. And for English, it's typically IELTS 6.0 overall, with no single band below 5.5.
That 4-year gap suggests they value maybe work experience or other things you did, not just straight academic progress.
I think so too. And it gets even more flexible for master's programs. You generally need a minimum 2.2 CGPA from your bachelor's. But the study gap accepted, up to 10 years.
10 years. Wow.
10 years. Think about someone who worked for a while, maybe started a family, and thought going back to study wasn't an option. Belgium's policy seems to say, no, we value that experience. It welcomes people with different life paths.
That's incredible.
The IELTS for masters is a bit higher, 6.5 overall, nothing below 6.0.
But that flexibility, especially the 10-year gap for masters, that's a real game changer. It suggests they're looking at the whole person, their potential, not just a perfect academic record. Opens the door much wider.
Okay, right. So you've navigated that. You've got your admission letter. Fantastic. Next hurdle, the student visa. For studying long-term in Belgium, you're looking at the D visa, correct? That's right. And connecting this to the bigger picture, once you have that admission letter, the visa process itself is fairly logical, though, you need to be careful with the details. The D visa is their national long-stay one, different from a short tourist Schengen visa.
Got it.
You apply after you get accepted. Key documents are things like proof of funds showing you can support yourself financially. It's a crucial proof of accommodation, health insurance, and all your academic papers, of course. Processing time, usually a few weeks, maybe longer, depending on where you're applying from. So the advice is always apply early, don't leave it late.
Definitely good advice. And here's something really practical, a big plus for many students, I think. You can actually work while you study, up to 20 hours a week during the semester, and full-time during holidays. That's not just pocket money, right? That can genuinely help cover living costs, makes the whole thing more manageable financially.
Absolutely. It's a significant benefit, reduces the financial pressure, and gives you some local work experience, too.
Yeah.
A real win-win.
Okay, moving on. Where might you actually study? Our research flagged a few institutions that seem popular with international students. Names like Thomas More, University of Applied Sciences, UBI Business School, that's United Business Institutes, KDG, University of Applied Sciences and Arts, Carol de Groot and UCLL, University of Applied Sciences, UC Leuven-Limburg. Can you give us a feel for what makes these places stand out?
Sure. These are often highlighted because they're very focused on practical, career-ready degrees. You mentioned University of Applied Sciences. For listeners maybe not familiar, these tend to focus heavily on applying knowledge directly to industry. Think internships, hands-on projects, maybe less pure theory than a traditional research university.
Right, preparing you directly for work.
Exactly. Thomas More, for instance, gets praise for innovative tech and business programs. UBI Business School really pushes an international management focus, attracting a global student body. And KDG and UCLL are strong in applied sciences, technology, arts, very practical approaches. Their popularity with international students suggests their programs really hit the mark for today's job market.
That clarification on applied sciences is helpful. So these aren't just ivory towers. They're connected to the professional world, which naturally brings us to funding, a critical piece for almost everyone. So how do you actually pay for it? The good news, as you mentioned, is affordability, but there are also scholarships, right?
Yes, definitely. There are several routes to look into for financial help. You've got government scholarships. The Area Scholarship is a big one, specifically for master's students from certain developing countries. It can cover quite a lot.
Okay.
Then there's Erasmus plus Table M. Very well known. These aren't just about money. They often involve exchange programs, letting you study in other European countries too as part of your Belgian degree. Great for broadening horizons.
That sounds amazing.
And beyond those, many Belgian universities offer their own scholarships. Often these are tuition fee discounts, usually based on academic merit, so it pays to check the specific university's website.
Right. Do your homework on the specific institutions.
Absolutely. Digging into those university-specific options can really bring the cost down significantly.
So the takeaway is, affordable fees are the baseline, but with a strong profile and some research, you could potentially lower those costs even more. Makes that hidden gem sparkle a bit brighter, financially speaking. Okay, let's step outside the classroom for a minute. What's daily life actually like for a student over there, beyond the academics?
Yeah, this is important. What's fascinating is the overall lifestyle picture that emerges from the sources. The cost of living is generally described as moderate, especially compared to neighbors like France or the Netherlands. I think maybe 750 to 1,000 euros a month, roughly.
Manageable for many compared to other big European hubs.
Right, your money goes a bit further. And the cities themselves, Brussels, Antwerp, Ghent, Leuven, they're described as really vibrant, very multicultural, but also very student-friendly. You know, imagine studying in Leuven, this beautiful historic university city, lots of students, great atmosphere, cafes, markets. Or Brussels, right in the thick of international life, amazing food, different cultures everywhere.
Sounds great. And you mentioned location earlier. Being in the center of Europe must have practical advantages for student life, too.
Oh, absolutely. That's a huge perk. You can hop on a train and be in Paris, Amsterdam, Cologne, London relatively quickly and affordably.
Weekend trips galore.
Exactly. It's an incredible base for exploring. But it's more than just tourism. It means easy access to different cultures, different perspectives, maybe even networking opportunities in neighboring countries.
So it's not just about getting a degree in Belgium, it's about this whole immersive European experience. The culture, the travel, alongside the studies.
Precisely. It's that combination, strong academics, cultural immersion, easy travel, that really seems to enrich the whole experience, helping you grow personally as well as intellectually.
All right, as we start to wrap up this deep dive, let's quickly summarize the key things that make Belgium such a strong contender. We've seen affordable tuition, yes, but tied to a degree system, that Bologna process thing, that's recognized Europe-wide, that's strategic. You've got quality universities, many focused on practical, career-ready skills. Add in the scholarship options, those surprisingly flexible entry requirements, opening doors for more people, and the clear path to EU career opportunities. It's a really powerful mix.
It really is.
Definitely a country worth putting on your list if you're considering studying internationally.
And maybe just one final thought to leave you with, building on all this. Think beyond just the immediate benefits we discussed. Consider the sort of the longer term advantage. Getting a degree from a country that's literally at the crossroads of European policy, European industry. What does that really mean? It's more than the qualification itself. What kind of, a global viewpoint, what kind of network, what sense of belonging in this interconnected world could studying right there in the true heart of Europe really give you? And that's something interesting to reflect on.